Some of the worst kinds of injuries that we see have to do with traumatic brain injury or spinal cord injuries. These are life-changing injuries to people. They typically don't get over those kinds of injuries, and it's something that affects them in every aspect of their life. Many times, a traumatic brain injury isn't even visible to the outside world. People can look at people who are seriously injured and have severe brain injury, and you wouldn't even pick up at first that they have this injury. But there are a lot of subtle things that happen to people when they have a brain injury, and those are the kinds of things that we have to work through. Oftentimes we can prove that there's a brain injury based on the testimony of people who knew the person. What was he like before, and what is he like now? Many times brain injury results in people's moods. They become very moody, they become very angry, they adopt methods of acting and behavior that they didn't have before. And that can be a very good sign that there, in fact, has been brain damage. There are certain experts who we use that can do testing, and they can figure out exactly where the brain damage occurred and how the brain damage occurred. And same thing with a spinal cord injury. Spinal cord injuries are also life-changing injuries. They can be injuries that result in paralysis, that result in paresthesias, that result in people being weak in their lower extremities or weak in their arms and unable to use their arms, unable to use their legs. Obviously, that can be a very, very significant change in a person's life. So what we do, when we're dealing with any of those kinds of injuries, is hire the right experts, do the right test to determine exactly the nature and the extent of the brain damage, how the nature and extent of the spinal cord injury may impact on that person in the future. One of the most satisfying things is being able to look at a person and see when they came into you what their limitations were, and then when we're done working with them on their case, is getting them, knowing that they're in the right place, knowing that they've gotten good treatment and that they've maximized their recovery.